The hosts, Dr. Aslam Sahib, Mohtarama Maryam Murad Sahiba, Ambreen Salahuddin, Dr. Nafisa Shah, the guest speaker, Mia Raza Rabbani Sahib. It's a singular honor to be invited to this very impressive university, the infrastructure. And I'm very honored that I'm to be called a keynote speaker. I don't know how many locks I would be able to open, but I think I would be able to say what I have been feeling all my life, something so close to my heart. And I will begin with seeking a pardon from Mia Raza Rabbani, that if I say something against politics, so it is the politics of life. I'm not talking of politics of governments. The topic given to me was, and I really appreciate and admire, the Conference on Accepting Diversity. When we use a word as a key word for thinking, or rather, I always use a word for my students, which I will take the liberty, honorable ladies and gentlemen, to use it here, that I speak only for one purpose, that I wish to agitate the minds. We have been fossilized in our thinking, and with very deep regrets, our Maulanas have all made thinking haram, because when you think, you have questions. When you have questions, you address them. And when you address them, it creates ripples, especially in the politics of governments, because they have a set agenda. And they would not like that agenda to be touched. It's a holy cow. It's not only Modi. It's us also. We have many holy cows that we would never like to touch about. I congratulate Maryam Murad Sahiba and the other departments who have helped into this. I would like to begin in a very understanding myself that how to define diversity. I can define very easily that diversity is something opposite to difference. Usually we think that diverse is being different. No. Being different is being political. Being diverse is being proletariat, the public. And being inclusive is what I think acceptance. You accept what you like, and you accept what you don't like. And that is the hard part. That is why tolerance has become almost an obsolete word for Pakistan. Without tolerance, we can never be able to generate, nourish, and cherish diversity. And I do appreciate that diversity is not only the difference of gender. Diversity can come from starting from classes to employment to education, and then to our aspirations, to our ambitions, and to our success. who changed Qaid-e-Azam's basic principles. Qaid-e-Azam said, unity, faith, discipline. General Zia translated it into Iman, Taqwa, and Jihad. Thank goodness he kept the faith. The rest he changed. And Taqwa is very easily translated as piety. I will dare to translate it as it is translated into Arabic language. Taqwa means to be reflective, to be thinking, to be aware, and not aware only of your own self, but aware of being the consequences of being yourself. I am, but what I am will consequence in a social order. And we think that tolerance is a weakness. We always put our importance, our superiority on being either exclusive or at the most being an island. Life is not an island. It's an ocean. It's an ocean. And in an ocean, the path is not smooth. It is thick and it is dark. How do we make it bearable? How do we make it easy? The easiest thing would be to deny. The easiest thing would be to deny, and we love to exist in a state of denial. Like a pigeon who refuses to see the cat. So because you don't see it, so it is not there. No, I'm sorry. Life does not take dictations. Life has its own cycles, not only philosophical, but very physical, very natural. And if we accept those cycles, it means that we are trying to be honest, to live as much as we understand. The other idea of not being inclusive is that almost, and if you excuse me, sir, there are no more common people in Pakistan. All of us are Danishwar. And Alhamdulillah, we don't die a normal death anymore. All of us are Shaheed. So we have put up already on a platform where we do not mix with those people like me who walk on earth, rather crawl on earth. But crawling is better than being stationary. Crawling is a lot better because you will reach somewhere. And people who just command and demand, it's very hard for them to reach anywhere, even to the goals that they have put for themselves. Demands, I'm sorry to say, lack humility. They nourish arrogance. If you can demand and there is someone to fulfill it, the arrogance continues. Demands, or in a softer words, expectations, they negate acceptance. I must expect that much that I can give. And I should not be expecting that much that I am unable to give. This is a very simple thing in life, but we do not wish to live a simple life. After every 5 years, the formula for life changes. God has not created this world the same, the synonym. He has a beautiful scheme to make all of us, singular. None is like me. And they may not be able to clone a woman as much as they can clone a man. And when I say it with confidence. God has shared his power of creativity with woman, the creation. And let Mr. Saifur Rahman Qamar, who is writing these, I don't know what word to use for his writing, then he has started talking himself that he gets ilham. So now he's getting closer to God, farther from people. And God says that we should live a life closer to each other. And in that way, we will be closer to God. But in this era, in this government of piety, self-righteousness, when you talk of diversity, you are doing a jihad. Yes, talking something about which is beyond the norms of common man. It is taking something by reins and trying to conquer it. And numerical strength is no strength until it is supported by moral strength. It pains me that our moral fiber is getting weaker and weaker and weaker every day. And that is the demand that we are fulfilling. If we had the acceptance, moral fiber would be very strong in the society. I always think that life is like a jigsaw puzzle. There are different elements, and if we can put them in their proper place, the life continues. And if we try to put a square piece in a round hole, we will be striving to find what to do and what not to do. I just said a little about one more thing. Demands takes away our humility. And I'm one person who understands that humility is the basic ingredient for social cohesion. If I'm only nurturing my ego, I'm not being honest to myself. I'm not being honest to those people who are knitted with me, and I'm not honest to the one who created me. He never created me to be arrogant. And humility is total ingredient to learn something. Until you humble yourself, you won't be able to learn or to educate. And when you don't learn, you can't give anything. For giving, learning is essential. People are talking about inclusive education, inclusive classrooms. Life is inclusive. But I have come to understand that it's easy to be ignorant, but it takes a lot of hard work to be stupid. Ignorance can be dealt with. And there are mechanisms that you can turn ignorance into knowledge. But there is no mechanism that you can turn stupidity in common sense. And people who lack common sense, they love to fly high. Common sense is the basic ingredient of diversity again. It gives us the confidence that all of us are equal as the citizen of state. Everyone, no matter what ethnicity, no matter what language, no matter what race, no matter what religion, state gives this guarantee that all of us are a citizen. When we are talking of minorities, the basic exclusion comes in. The basic exclusion comes in. Some are equal, and most of them are mostly equal. So this, a kind of personalized idea of your person, destroys everything. And I think diversity can be attained easily if we think that life is a melange. And in a melange, nothing is separate from the other. Somehow the other, they are joined with each other. And if we think that we cannot become a melange, then please forget that there will ever be a moral strength in the society. I will be very honest with you this morning that we are not living a moral life. Being a religious life and being a moral life, we have created a chasm there. We are so unhappy when a politician does something wrong. And doing a wrong is my human right. If I won't do wrong, who will do the right thing? I have to learn it. When we alter the basic values, what we call basic human rights, when we alter those, the balance is always tilted towards power and compromised towards the weak. And I think sense of superiority, as Freud said one good thing, and I will never forget his sentence, that superiority complex is the worst form of inferiority complex. So whoever does not believe in diversity, we don't have to say anything. We know the word. We know the word, what they mean it. Superiority damages worst the inclusiveness, because then you think you are the chosen one. You are the selected one. You are not one among others. So this idea of Praetorians against the people continues in this society. And we women, it is changing. Let me tell you, it is changing. Nafisa Shah is here, it has changed. It is changing. But still, we are considered as decoration pieces on the mental piece of life. Not more than that. हम अपनी औरतों का बड़ा एहतराम करते हैं. And what does that एहतराम means? That you get up out of civil etiquette when a woman enters. But when she talks, they say, देखा ना, फिर औरत की सी बात कर दी. I wish to share with you that I don't wish to live like men. Let them live their way. They have a right, equal right. Why should I live their way? I'm proud to be a woman. And if I'm given 1,000 lives, I'll pray to be a woman again and again and again and again. Because this inclusiveness gives me the right to rise from tribal to social, and from social to universal. And when we become universal, we accept diversity in education and culture, and especially in the thought affinity. If we can change the thought paradigm, if we can change the exclusive thought, if we forget Mir's one misra, mustanad hai mera farmaya hua, which we keep on hearing all the time from the high podiums of government. No, nothing is mustanad. The mustanad is only when we talk together, when we decide universally, and we remain truth and moral. Two things. Yes, thank you so very much for your patience.